Good morning, campers. It's 18th of July. It's 10:09 in the AM. I'm in my van. Got no shirt on. Got me shorts on, so not a fucking pretty sight. Plug myself into the main so that I can have that fan on down there. And I've got this fan on here. I've got the bed stripped off to be washed. Moved all my stuff from there into there in the toilet and whatever. Table needs to come down. All this comes up to get my electrics. So I'm going to attempt to fit a shunt. I'm going to attempt to fit a shunt onto. I got my blind out hanging down to keep the side of the van cool. Don't know if you people know that, but that's the way to do it. Don't put out and stand it on legs. Put it down as low as you can and keeps the side of the van cool. There you go. Anyway, so sat here thinking to myself about doing the shunt. Decided now to wait for a cup of tea and watch the Simpsons, but it's just gone an ad break. So I hope I get this shunt in today, but I got a feeling I might not do, so I got a feeling I need some 10mm joiner clips, and I don't think I got any. I could file the neck down. I've seen that done before. If you've got a bolt, this is a little tip for you. If you've got a bolt, we'll exaggerate. If you've got a bolt that's that long and you want that much for an 8mm ring to go on it, and it's a 10mm bolt, if you put it in your drill, or what I used to do is stick it in the lathe, and then if that's the head, that end, machine down about 10mm, maybe 10mm, I would say, maybe 5mm or 10mm, depending on what you want to put on there. And then the rings that you put under your 8mm, you cut a clip into them, like a cut into them, and you can clip them. If you do it right, they'll pop on, so they're perfectly adequate. They'll pop on, and then when you put it back in, you still got the thread, the 10mm thread. Rather than sort of just have them up and stick the edges in and fuck about like they're all wrapped wire around. Far safer. Well, my solar panel has been on. Well, my charger's been on since, when did I put it on? When did I put the batteries on? Wednesday I put the batteries on. Was it Wednesday night I put the batteries on? Wednesday afternoon? Yeah, well, that was all but dark, so I didn't really count. And then Thursday, they charged, because it was very bad weather, they charged with, what do you call it, harvested about 440 watts of power, or yield they call it, don't they? And the most the lead acid batteries ever got was 1.2 kilowatts, and yesterday they put 1.02 kilowatts in there, which was just a shade over a kilowatt, and yesterday they put in 1.6 kilowatts, which is just a shade over 1.5 kilowatts. So they actually harvested or yielded 50% on a good day on what they did on a good day, which is quite adequate. They seem to be charged up quite well, but they seem to still have put 207 watts in them today. But of course, I don't know what they're doing, because I haven't got a shunt on them, so I can't read any of the things. But they seem to be working well. And they're ready, innit? That's it. See Sunday here. Have my dinner. Gonna have to do it in the heat this afternoon because Peter's come over. But I've opened the back door and the side windows on the shady side. Kept everything closed down so the sun can't come through the top. Got that over there so it's shading, so the sun's not coming in there. And if you touch the side of the van under the shade is quite cool. And it's 24.9 in here, and that's been constant since I've been here. But this is what I'm doing. Don't put the same note as it was today. Started watching the Simpsons, which is far more important than doing electrics, because I can plod on and do electrics. But you know what they say, the Simpsons waits for no man. Yeah, so anyway, I'll speak to you later. Get on and watch the Simpsons. Have a lovely weekend. I noticed Ron's been out on his boat. Her mates this morning, she said she had 6.5 hours sleep last night. You know, which is good, I suppose, because she sits in here till fucking 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night. She's up again at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning for fuck's sake, roll. So, but mind you, it was good last week, because I think one morning, I think I heard her side door click. So like I say, as long as you don't interfere, I mean, anything you do what they fucking like. But she does like a walk, that girl. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite good, it is really, because she's got that Strava thing. And she's put me on there, but I don't know how to link her. I don't know how to link hers to mine. Well, she's linked hers to mine, but I don't know how to do it. So I can go over there. What she does is, I don't know if you put on that Strava, but you go for a walk, you set it maps where you've gone, and you could take photographs and put photographs of where you've gone on it as well, which is really good, isn't it? If you're that sort of thing, or a walkist, especially if you go walking with somebody and they're not about that day, or they're somewhere else, and you can go walking off somewhere else in a different part of the country, and you can show them their walk and you can show them theirs. How fucking exciting is that? Anyway, peeps, I'll speak to you later. I'm looking forward to my dinner. Stay classy, little fighting. I love you all. Bye bye. And you skins. Is she coming back or not? That's what I've seen. Sheila must be a maid. She was over there watering that plant for the front door. And I've seen her walking away. I mean, we got a fucking hose pipe here. I got to get out and fill the van with water. She carries around 4 pipe milk bottles, or 2 litre bottles, bottles like that, and goes water